Shri Sai Ram. I offer my most humble salutations at the divine lotus feet of our loving Swami. My pranams to our respected elders, sisters and brothers, and my love to all the wonderful children of the Sai family. It is a privilege to welcome all of you to yet another divine edition of Saicast. I am indeed very happy to place before all of you today the divine message of Swami, which is titled, God is always just and justified. In this message, our loving Swami wishes to clarify the doubts which many of you are carrying in your hearts. Swami says that God is always just and justified too. You may have many complaints to make to God, and you may argue with God, saying that He is not just and that because of God you are facing such a hard situation in your life. After these complaints, you may become very gloomy and even have a fight with God. Thereafter, you may even decide to leave His protective umbrella and move away. All this can happen. Swami informs all of you that this is actually happening every moment all over this planet. So much of negativity and anger and frustration is hurled at God since time immemorial. But God accepts everything, and in return, He pours His blessings and grace in plenty, which is very important for all of you. Swami concludes by saying that only God can do this, because He is an epitome of mercy and compassion. Always remember this divine truth. Let us now listen to the message as dictated by our loving Swami. Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. God is always just and justified. God is just, and all that He does is always just and justified too. On many occasions, you may feel that God is unjust with you and you are not being given your due. Sometimes you may also complain to God very bitterly and question God Himself, saying, "What is this, God, that you have done to me?" You will be totally unhappy, and you may wail out to God, sometimes even shout at God, whom you worship, demanding justice. You will feel dejected and deprived on many occasions. All this will happen to you, and you will be in a state of gloom, always putting the entire blame on God Almighty for your sad plight. But still nothing happens. You continue to live, but many of you may leave God and His protective umbrella with complaints due to the arguments which you had, virtually leading to a fight with God. This kind of situation is happening every moment all over this planet and the universe. Mountains and mountains of complaints and other negativities are poured on God since time immemorial. But God is God. He accepts all this filth and negativity that you hurl at Him, and in return, He only gives you His blessings and grace, which, as you all are aware, is the most valuable commodity. God's love and God's grace, these are the two most important gifts needed by all of you. Nothing else is important. But the truth is, despite all the fights and arguments and the negativity which you pour on God, He accepts everything without any murmur, and in return gives you things which are more valuable than gold and other precious stones. This divine and extraordinary action only God can do, because He is full of mercy and compassion for all of His creations, This is the difference between God and humans. I want all my children to always remember this divine truth. With plenty of grace and blessings, your loving Swami. Jai Sai Ram. We request you to kindly like, share and subscribe to our Saicast channel. Please also convey your views about the channel in the comments column so that we can act on them. Sai Ram. Om Shri Sai Ram. An important announcement for our esteemed viewers. The Chaitanyam Eye Care Institute at Kale Village in Kolhapur is a free cashless miracle hospital of Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, which will soon be inaugurated. For more details, please do watch the Saicast Special Edition Messages Part 1 and Part 2 released on 14 December 2025. We thank you for being a regular viewer of Saicast, and we look forward for your valued and esteemed participation in this divine project, which is aimed at rendering free eye care medical services to the poorest in our villages. Please do reach us on our email or on our WhatsApp number, which are mentioned here.